Hey there, ciao! Welcome back to my channel, The Carrie Way. First thing that you should know about me, a new fun fact, is 1, I am an incredibly sleepy person. I sleep all the time, and I am infamous among my friends for oversleeping regularly. So the perfect place to have this vlog was right here where I spend most of my time sleeping in my bed. I'm actually not taking my bed with me to LA, so I'll have to say goodbye to it soon, but that just means I get a brand new bed when I arrive. So today's topic is about how I made the decision specifically to move to Los Angeles, and how can I help you make an informed decision about moving to your next city, wherever that may be. Here are some factors that I thought of and considered before deciding on Los Angeles. So I'm already sleepy, so I'm gonna lay down for this vlog. Just kidding, I'm not sleepy, but this is more comfortable. So our first set of criteria is weather. If you live in a cold climate now, are you looking for a warm climate? If you live in a warm climate that's dry and doesn't have much humidity, are you looking to move somewhere where there are 4 seasons and lots of humidity? Think about what type of weather you want to experience on a daily basis and how that change in weather will improve your life. I chose California because I've lived in the Midwest most of my life. I've seen the 4 seasons over and over and over again, and I was ready to walk out of my door 99% of the year with sunshine and not having to worry about boots or wind or rain or freezing rain, and being happy every time I walk out of the door. Also, it helps when you're investing in clothes, because I love fashion. Living in a place that's predominantly warm most of the year makes shopping really easy, because instead of needing a seasonal variety, you can keep mostly just clothes for warm weather. Next, you should think about the job market. Typically, bigger cities have a larger job market, but if you're aiming towards going to a more mid-ranged or smaller city, wherever that may be, look at what jobs they have to offer there. Every industry is not in every city, so do your research, look at whatever industry you're interested in pursuing, and ensure that although this dream location of yours might have perfect weather, it might have the perfect people, doesn't have the perfect dream job or career that you're looking for. Third, if you're a traveler like me and you just can't stay in one place for too long, like the eternal nomad that I will always be, then you need to think about, is the area that you want to live in going to have access to new places to see? Are there weekend trips that you can make from wherever you're going to move? Don't isolate yourself in one spot just because you think that spot is perfect. Now, if you don't want to travel that much and you don't mind, needing to fly or driving an extensive period to get to a new place, then by all means disregard this number 3. I think I'm really excited to being able to afford an $80 to $100 flight to San Francisco really frequently. I can drive to San Jose, I can drive to San Diego. Phoenix is only 5 hours away from LA. The Grand Canyon is only, 5 hours away. 5 hours isn't that long of a drive, it's a day drive, so I'm just so excited to see a new part of the world. Also, a part of me wonders how cheap it is to fly to Hawaii or to fly to Australia. I've always wanted to go to Australia, and I've never been to Hawaii either. And I think, now moving out of LA and having LAX right there, I think that's definitely going to happen in the next couple of years. The next set of criteria is thinking about your health and thinking about your fitness. If you're looking to get more into an environment that's focused on health and fitness, do your research and look up where you're going to see if that's a shared value in the community that you're potentially moving to. If you're going somewhere where it's colder and you're going to be indoors a lot, you may want to recognize the fact that it will be more difficult to get outside and be more fit and active. That being said, I went to Ohio State, and it is one of the fittest campuses in the country, and thank God we had the best gym, because otherwise I think I would have gone stir crazy. A big perk to moving to California is they do have a lot of locally grown food there, and I am excited to try, all of the fruits and the vegetables that they grow there. I do not affiliate with any sort of specific diet. I eat everything. I love food and I love trying new foods, but I do appreciate fresh food. And from what I've heard and what I've experienced, California has some of the best food in the country, so I can't wait. I also secretly love acai bowls, and they're kind of expensive here, and I eat them all the time in Columbus, so I'm hoping they're a little bit more affordable in California since it's more of a prevalent food. Next on your list should be finding a place where there are other people that have similar interests and similar hobbies. As I've previously mentioned, I have interests in art, I have interests in fashion, I have interests in fitness, I have interests in travel. I really have a myriad of interests that I'd really like to explore outside of my career as well as in my career. And a lot of the reasons why I chose Los Angeles is because it is such a hub of artistic people. So I'm very, very, very thrilled to be moving to a place where I will be surrounded by people with interests that not only are similar to my own, but may also have things that they like to do or things that I may have not even thought of that I could also be interested in. So, before you move somewhere, think about what you love and move to a place where you can have shared common interests with people around you. Another thought to that is when you're moving somewhere new, you have to make new friends, and often, new friends should be people that you have common interests with. So don't move somewhere where you have nothing in common with the people, because then you won't make friends, and everyone needs friends to be happy. Okay, I take that back. Not everyone needs friends to be happy, but I need friends to be happy. I love my friends, and that's a huge part of the decision making that I do. So, you're watching this video, you're wondering, what am I gonna eat again? What food am I gonna eat? Am I really hungry? The next factor to consider is, what type of food do they have where you're going? Are you someone that loves a variety of food? You love Japanese, you love sushi, you love Mexican, you love enchiladas and tacos, you love Middle Eastern food. Think about what interests you as a diet and consider where you're moving to. If you love to try new restaurants and go to different places, look around and check that the place that you're moving to has those options so you can explore. If you love to cook at home, are there great markets? Are there great grocery stores in order to help you, pursue that interest? So make sure, if you're a super hungry person like me, that you're not going somewhere where you won't be able to enjoy the food. I absolutely love Mexican food, and I love all types of Asian food, so I'm super excited to go to Los Angeles because I know that there will be a variety of all of that. Also, I just recently found out that one of my favorite chains in Columbus is called BB Bop. If you haven't tried it, I'll put the link below. But BB Bop is actually in Los Angeles, and it's funny, but I remember when I was thinking of moving to Los Angeles, hey, I wonder if there's going to be BB Bop there, because God knows I do not cook. Not that I don't know how to, I just am lazy, and I really enjoy just going to pick up a bowl of food. So luckily, BB Bop's going to be there, woo! And that makes me super happy. If you couldn't tell, I'm getting sleepy again. So, the next item on our list is standard and cost of living. And this is a big one and also a tiring one to think about is, how much money is it going to cost to live your dream and live where you're going? A lot of people love Columbus, Ohio because we have one of the greatest standard of livings in the country. Everything's a lot cheaper than most big cities, and that is a huge factor into why people come here and people stay here. My decision to move to Los Angeles was specifically directed towards, at one, I wanted to be in a big city, and two, I wanted to be in California. So I absolutely love San Francisco. I could move to San Francisco in a heartbeat if I had millions and millions and millions of dollars, but I am spoiled having lived in Columbus, Ohio for 6 years. And to me, I'm originally from Illinois, and so when I think of Los Angeles, after researching housing costs, etc., I found it somewhat comparable to Chicago's standard of living, and that's ultimately why Los Angeles seemed like the best place to land. It's not as expensive as San Francisco, it's still an urban environment, and there is a large variety of places to move to. So think about, is the area that you're moving to going to be affordable for you? I've looked at New York City and almost cried looking at rent prices, and you don't want to live in a shoebox, and if you're going to live in a shoebox, you want to be able to go outside, right? Because if it's cold half the year and you're paying $1,500 to $1,000 a month in rent to live in a shoebox that you can't go outside in, or that you can't go outside when it's snowing, that to me does not sound appealing. So really think about, the balance between the weather, being indoors, how much you're paying to live where you are, and availability to go outdoors. So last but surely not least is, what is the proximity to your friends and your family, and how important or how frequently do you need to see them in a year? I have grown up being, practically in a long distance relationship with my family. I've moved around a lot. My dad's job required us to up and move every few years. So to me, I'm accustomed to not being around my family all the time. And I've lived in Columbus, Ohio, and my immediate family lives 6 or 7 hours away, so I don't see them that frequently. And moving to California is only a $200 flight to where my family lives. So to me, the lifestyle in California is worth the distance. But at the same time, my friends are mostly in Columbus, Ohio, but I do have some close friends out in California from high school that I'm so excited to see again. So to me, moving to California actually is moving closer to a lot of good relationships that I've had in the past. Additionally, I'm actually moving out to California with one of my best friends, Petra. Hopefully she'll be on the vlog at some point, especially once we get to LA, because we are living together. But I will have that compadre to, explore LA with me and, be there for each other when we have ups and downs and new learning experiences. So really think about your family values, how much you value the friendships that you currently have, and whether you'd be willing to go far away from them for the life that you want. I will note that I am a firm believer that if a friendship is a true friendship, distance will not change your friendship. And if you've ever had that experience where you haven't seen a friend in 6 to 12 months or even longer, and you see each other and all of the emotions come back, the friendship is, as strong as it was when you left it, that is a true friendship. And that's why moving to California does not pose a barrier to me with sustaining my relationships. Also, I have all of these friends from high school and friends from different places that never want to visit because I live in Columbus, Ohio. Columbus is great. I don't know why people don't want to visit. So I'm very excited to move to LA, where for, the first time maybe people will want to visit me. Woo! Also, it's sunny there, and if you know anything about TCK culture or people who visit the United States for the first time, the 3 cities they go to are LA, Miami, and New York City, and I can't wait to be one of those pit stops along the way. So those are my considerations for how I decided to move to LA. I hope that can help you with you making your decision on wherever you want to go next. And for now, that's the Carrie way. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. please subscribe below and enjoy!